All right. Well, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. And thank you. I know this is a long day for you Tuesdays from Abadante, from Hippler to Hicks to Rossum and no Blackboard site, and then to Wix.com, and now to me. This is a long day, and I appreciate that. I really do. So thank you. All right. As I mentioned earlier this afternoon, we begin the process of business planning, putting the plan together. And if you guys could give me these 5 sections by Thursday, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. If you could do the executive summary, the company overview, your management team, description of your charity and its information, contact person, address, tax ID number, and your product and what you're going to be providing. If you can do those 5 sections by Thursday, I'm happy. Okay? That's what I'm looking for. The rest of these things, operations, marketing, risk, sales, capital budget, and financial, we'll talk about in Thursday's class. But if you can do these 5 things here, you've done good. Anybody have any questions or problems with that strategy of mine? All right. Sam, your hair looks good. Quit friggin' fooling with it. All right. So there's that. Now here's this. All the CEOs and CFOs have this spreadsheet. It's called the Fall 2020 CFO Financial Statements Practicum Template. Remember what I said earlier, I need 3 things in addition to those 5 topics I just showed you from the business plan. I need 3 things from you for Thursday. How many units you're going to sell at what selling price, and notice you're selling over 10 weeks. So let's say, oh, Mr. Hassett, we plan on selling 300 units. Well, you might want to just divide 300 units by 10. Sell 30 units a week, whatever. Just come up with some plan. And then what you're going to sell the product for, the selling price. Okay? So what's going to happen once you decide your selling price and how many units you're going to have, all we need to do is put a formula here and say, okay, units times selling price equals revenue. And we have your revenue line begun. Then the second thing, or the final thing I need from you is what is your cost per unit? So let's, like in this case, cost per unit is $8. So notice, if I think I'm going to sell 30 units every week, again, this is just hypothetical, so I put that into this spreadsheet, and now in this cell, I say equals 30 times the selling price, which you plan to sell it at. There's my revenue. And then I slide that all the way across. Yes. Yes. Oh, my spreadsheet here.
Should work.
Should work. I think I'm missing a reference here. I know why. Yeah. My formula's got to make the selling price constant. So to make it constant, I put in a $sign. A $sign in front of the cell, and that makes that constant, never changes. And I'll help you guys with all of this. Now if I slide it, there we go. There we go. So you're going to sell $4,500 of product. All right? And if your cost of goods sold is going to, if you, let's say you're 18 $8 a unit is your cost, and most of you it's a lot lower than that. So now in this cell, you would put in equals the units times the cost per unit and make that a constant that it never changes. Oops. Oh, 29. Sorry. There we go. What is this?
You put an equal after B7 instead of multiply.
It's been a long Zoom day. There we go. B29. Oh. This should be B28 here. God, Professor Hesse. Get your, there you go. All right. And then I just slide this over. There's my cost, total cost of goods sold. Oh, already I made $2,100 for charity. And then this number here is 10% of revenue. Sales tax is that, let's say 9.5% of revenue. And so, and gateway fee you don't know about yet, interest expense we don't know about yet, merchant fee we don't know about yet. But you can begin to fill this out. At the same time, if you go to statement of cash flows, I want you to be able to project how much are you going to sell on Wix? Is it 50%, 75%, 90%, 100%, and how much you're going to sell direct cash to homeboys, to your family. Give me a percentage, which you guys estimate. Probably would be 75, 25, whatever. And then once we have that, we can complete the statement of cash flow. But the three numbers I need from you by Thursday is what's our selling price, how many units we're going to sell, and what's our cost of goods sold, our cost per unit. You know that. See, what we're going to do over the weekend, next weekend, is put this most likely scenario together, and that'll feed into this, and it'll feed into the balance sheet. Notice, see how the balance sheet is already being populated, but well, that'll be cleaned up in a minute, or as you go through this. And then once you're all done, next week, we're going to determine then we're going to copy this, and then create a best case scenario and a worst case scenario. So 6 spreadsheets. Most likely, income statement, statement of cash flows, balance sheet. Worst case scenario, income statement, statement of cash flow, balance sheet. And best case scenario. This is what we need for Mr. Wells Fargo. Those 6 sheets, 9 sheets. Most likely, best case, worst case. And we'll populate this over the next week. But to start it, I need those 3 numbers from you. And we'll work on that on Thursday. CFOs, you begin to work on that. Now, team wraps. Palm is in Bangkok, Thailand.
Yes.
It's going to be, I'm going to work with him tomorrow. He and I have a call, and I'm going to talk to him about this. But it would be a good idea for also Joseph to get kind of up to speed on this.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Joseph, do you have this file? Have I sent you this file?
I don't believe so. Can you resend it to me?
I will.
Thank you.
And so you could see it and have it. We'll talk about that on Thursday. Okay, Joseph?
Okay. So
you're going to be the backup to this.
Okay. So you don't want me doing anything for
No,
this?
don't do anything yet. Just have the file already. Okay?
Okay. But in case, yeah. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we're going to work on. So 2 things in summary. The first thing you all can do is this. By Thursday, get me executive summary, company overview, management team, charity description, and a description of your product that you're going to do. Those 5 things could be done. And however you allocate those CEOs, please do so. Make sure as you get them all together, they're all in the same font, all right, and the same format. it might be wise to develop a team logo, your team name, wraps, pandemic, glass block. See, I remembered, very good. And come up with a logo if you can. If not, by the end of next weekend, logo. And give me those 5 areas. Something I can chew on over the weekend. And then we'll begin Thursday to start putting these pieces together in the spreadsheet. So you don't even worry about putting the spreadsheet together yet until after Thursday. But maybe bring up the spreadsheet, see what's going on there, and that sort of thing. Now, at the same time, I want the operations folks. Mike, that's you. Joseph, that's you. Mark Ruiz, that's you. To take a look and go into the Blackboard file folder for your team and go into the statements, the financial or the files I gave you, and bring up and download the operations report. Download the operations report. It's in your Blackboard file folder. And take a look at that operations report. You don't have to, you can't fill it out yet, but just download it to your desktop and begin to look at that and get familiar with it. The operations report, keeping track of the inventory, keeping track of the distributions to your various team members. See how that all works in that report. That's your homework. Operations people, begin to get familiar with that report. Finance people, begin to get familiar with this report. Again, for Wells Fargo, you only have to come up with income statement, statement of cash, and balance sheet. All the rest of these tabs, we worry about once we get fired up and start selling. You just have to worry about those 3 beginning tabs now. You need those for your business plan. So begin to get familiar with them. Does anybody have any questions? Joseph, you're okay. Again,
Good, sorry.
Sam, Matt, Amanda, they can help you with the business plan. They can help you with the business plan. They've done it. They've gone through it. They can help you if you have questions. The financial statements and the operating statements, you come to Dr. Hassey, the man. The man. You come to me and I will help you. All right? But you don't have to write yet for those 2 reports, but get familiar with them. I don't want to be on Thursday to go to the CFOs or anybody who's related to finance and I say, see how this works? And you go, huh? What? Huh? Begin to get familiar. Also, Professor Hippler, your business finance professor, has this same file. He can help you as well if you want to ask him. You might be scared to. Maybe you don't know him well enough yet. But you can ask him questions about this as well. Professor Hippler, he's a good guy. I've sent him these files. He's familiar with them. He knows what's going on. So that's where we stand. By Thursday, those 5 sections of the business plan, and begin to think about and getting familiar with the financial file and the operations file. Just to give you a heads up, we had a meeting at 4:30 today with the business office at the University of Laverne, and we're beginning to work out the arrangements of collecting the money with credit cards on your Wix.com site and using that. There's still some work to be done and some questions to be answered, and we're going to be getting with the Wix.com people in the next couple of days to sort that out. I hopefully, knock on wood, I will have more of a final definite answer of where we're going to be on Thursday. If not, definitely over the weekend, and I'll pass that along to you. So that's coming. But you still can get used to the files, operations and financial, and you can still start doing those 5 sections. We can't do the marketing yet because Wix.com is still a little fuzzy, but we can do those 5 sections. So team CEOs, if you have questions, go to your teaching assistants, Matt, Sam, and Amanda, and they can help you. And we'll talk about this Thursday in our session in class and in the breakout session. All right? Any questions? Clear as mud.
I'm good, sir.
Okay. Guys, where I can't see everybody here. Let me get this out of here. There we go. Good looking group, I must say. Okay. So there's where we stand. Okay. If any of you have any questions, just write them down. We'll talk about it on Thursday, or if you think it's that important, get a hold of me, send me an email, whatever, send me a text. I can handle it for you, or deal with Sam, Mike, or Matt, excuse me, Matt, and Amanda, and they can help you. Now, let's everybody aware of this. Matt, what are your working hours during the day? When are you not available?
On Tuesdays, Thursdays from about noon to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam, are any days you're not available?
My schedule's kind of random throughout the week, but my group knows they can always reach me over text pretty quickly. So yeah.
Okay. And Amanda's not here, but I can answer for her. Amanda is on County of Los Angeles through the LA County Jail. She's doing pickup of garbage on the freeways Monday and Wednesdays from noon to, that's a joke. Supposed to laugh. She's not doing that. Amanda is not picking up garbage on the freeways for the LA County Jail. She's not doing that. All right, sorry. So Amanda's available too. Because I thought I saw her today on the 210. I'm not sure, but I thought I did. But we'll keep that under wraps. All right. Peter, that hat doesn't work. Bass Pro Shops, really? You look like you're from Oklahoma. You look like you're from Oklahoma. Now, I broke every taboo by a professor. I'm not supposed to say that because if anybody has relatives in Oklahoma, you now hate me. But really, you look like you're going to an Oklahoma football game. So cut it out, please.
I just might.
Show a little decorum. A little decorum.
All right. All right.
All right. You're a good guy. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So Mark, you and Mike, you have to, and Joseph have to take a look at the operations file folder. It's in Blackboard. Download that. Just take a look at it. See what it looks like. Get a feel for it. And if you have any questions, you can see me, okay? Or talk to me.
Perfect.
All right, guys. I hope this helps and gets you a little bit better organized. And we'll see you all on Thursday. Or if I talk to you before then, please feel free to ask me, okay? All right, get out of here. Go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Professor.
All right, see you guys.
Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on Thursday.
I recorded this, by the way, so I'll put it on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thanks, Palm. I'll talk to you later.
Hello, Professor. Just one question before
Yes,
we
Mike.
end the meeting. So,
Yes, sir.
I do see on the Blackboards for the integrative business practicum,
No, you got to go to My Organizations
oh,
and look up your team name. I think what are you, Team Laverne? I know Team, your Team Leo.
yeah,
Leo.
Team Leos.
Go to My Organization and look up Team Leos, and that's where you're at.
Oh, I see. And then you can see there's the financial reporting,
There you go.
and that's
And it-
where I'm supposed to take a look at.
Yeah, right in there will be your operations file too.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And
Okay,
also,
okay.
earlier, like in the Wix training session, like I was like constantly being cut off by the internet. So I hope.
I know, I got your message. Don't worry about that. It's okay. They ran a recording of that session, and I'll post it and make it available for you so if you can watch it again. Don't worry about that, Mike, okay?
Yeah, I just want my attendance to be record. So
You got it, and I appreciate you letting me know about that, okay?
thank you so
One
much.
last question, Mike. Whatever happened to do our discussions over the summer? Where does that going?
So I was talking to Uncle John, and then and I'm like, it's kind of hard for me to gather in the team. I'm sorry that I.
No. I just was curious. I just wanted to know how, if everything's okay.
Yeah, everything is still running, and I think for now, since I'm not that well experienced, I'm still like trying to do something like a an internship type of job, which I'm just following up with the project Uncle John is doing. Like he's currently doing 2 projects. One is in Lancaster, California,
Okay.
and one is in Upland, California.
Oh,
But